everyone 4 or 5 minutes. And if I could please request everybody to mute themselves. So we can all now so let us all start the foot soak together, and I can start my camera. So what we can do is let us raise our Kundalini together and put ourselves into Bandhan. And before we raise, let us just give ourselves few seconds. Take few deep breaths and bring ourselves closer to our heart. Now we can collectively raise our Kundalini. So the first time through the central channel, then the second time 2 knots, and the third time 3 knots. See how you feel on your palm, both your palms. And now spread the cool breeze around ourselves 7 times. We can vibrate the water, put our feet. We can put now our right hand towards Mother Earth. And for the left channel, which is the fundamental channel, which is channel of our desire, our emotions, our love. So here we can say to Mother Earth to absorb all the imbalances, that we may have absorbed knowingly or unknowingly. Mother, please remove all the imbalances. We can also take our attention from the base of the spine on the left side, little on the left side, and slowly, like just by attention, take it upwards and then cross over and bring our attention just above the right ear, and see in this process if we feel anything on our left channel, any point where you feel tingling or pricky or cool. And now the third time, we can ask Mother Earth to enlighten our left channel with positivity, with the light and the spark of the spirit. Now let's bring our right hand on our lap. And let's take the left arm towards the sky. Make sure it is comfortable, not stretched. And the right side is something that gives us anxiety and stress because we worry about the future, the uncertainty, all the worries. So, firstly, let us ask the ether element to remove or to absorb all the thoughts of the future, all the pressures, and all the worries that take our attention away from the present moment. You might feel some tingling or some pressure on your right or left arm. Just let it go. And now let us ask the ether element to enlighten our right channel, cool down our right side. So that we enjoy the creativity, the essence of our own presence, and not go into the right side, into the future. We can bring our hand back. We can also put our hands towards the tub, towards water. And ask the water element to absorb all the imbalances. We can bring our hand back on our lap. You will certainly feel some difference now. And keep our attention absolutely steady on our Sahasrara, just top of our head. Can now wash our feet. You can leave your club as it is. And now let's spend this beautiful evening together, meditating on the aspect of the spirit. And as you may have heard it in many talks of Shri Mataji and through the meditation sessions, that the spirit lies in us, in our heart, and we all experience how we feel when our heart is open, or I can say a state when we don't worry about anything, we let go, we don't feel secure, we don't feel insecure. And I don't know how to explain, but there's a clear difference in our being, how light we feel when we are in that state of freedom. Like it's a state which is like a child. It doesn't put that pressure on us. And like a child who is not worried about the future or the past, or if something happens, it let go. And I must say that one thing that what I've experienced the most in Sahaja Yoga is my desire to be towards the spirit, and then how spirit supports, or I can say this consciousness, this cosmic energy that supports everything, also supports us in staying more positive, because there is no negative aspect of the spirit. So let us close our eyes and let us find ourselves, how we are feeling in the spirit. And it is easier when our eyes are closed. So be comfortable. Make sure that your shoulders, your neck is not under any pressure. It is relaxed. Be straight if possible. And we take few deep breaths, but we take it from our tummy, not from our chest, but from our tummy. So let us inhale. And then very slowly we exhale. And each time we do it, let us just hypothetically bring ourselves closer to our spirit, closer to the treasure that we all have without any doubts. Make it easier, maybe imagine a light of any kind that you like a kind light of the candle, light of a beautiful moon or sun, whatever you like. Imagine that light within your heart. And there are 12 qualities which are very obvious. And also in this heart channel, the heart chakra, there are 12 petals, or I can say that 12 nerves that supply to different parts, along with supplying to the heart organ and supplying to our lungs, let us focus and bring ourselves closer to all those 12 qualities of the heart. What I would like you and us to do together is, first, let us do it silently. Just imagine those 12 qualities on your own. And then we will do it collectively. We'll say it. I have been through all those 12 qualities. I mean, one time we had counted more than 100 qualities, because there are millions of qualities of the spirit. But those obvious qualities, I'll just say, I just, reminded myself spontaneously, and you might have said something else. And what I will now say those qualities, and what I would like us to do collectively is that from our heart, because heart is the organ that is reaching out, nourishing each and every organ of our body, cell of our body, nerves, vessels. And if the heart is in good shape, if there's a light of the spirit in our heart, then no matter what turmoil we are going through or what is in their future or past, this spirit keeps us in a good health. So the first quality that I thought is, and we can all, what we can do is, like, from our heart, let the light of that quality go to each and every part of our body. And we meditate on it. So the first one is a silence. The spirit is the complete silence in our being. So let us meditate on it. The second quality is the quality of, in this present moment, the spirit already knows our past and the future because it is beyond time. It doesn't value it. So it is always in this present moment. So let us meditate and bring ourselves in this present moment of silence. The next quality is of compassion. Compassion towards ourselves and others without any expectations. So let us meditate and see how much compassion we feel for ourselves. In that compassion, the spirit is always in a secured state. It emits security. Each one of us are 100% secured if we wish to be. And closer to security is also beyond any fear. The spirit inside us has no fear of even death and no fear of anybody, any situation. And that is the reason when we feel the closeness and thoughtless awareness to our spirit, it is absolute joy. It's life, absolute joy for anything and everything. Let us see how much joy we experience in our being. And the spirit is absolute empathy in us. It pierces other person's heart, not only one, but hundreds and thousands, and understands everybody why people behave the way they are. So it emits that empathy and understanding through the light, through its own light. And through the spirit, we are creative in kindness towards ourselves and others. We are not, we don't have to find it hard to be kind in very different, beautiful, creative ways to this body, to this mind. And kindness means in all sense, resting, eating good food, exercising, walking, looking after ourselves. And the spirit is always collective. It is, it, 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 it connects us to people far fast, like we don't even understand why we get connected in such a beautiful way with so many people. Because it is like the sunshine. It reaches everywhere where we can't even imagine. So the spirit makes us a global personality. And the last two, and very important that I feel, is it is shapeless, it is has no identity, it is formless. So it has no identity of any kind, of a child, of a daughter, of a wife, of a father, of a son, manager, employee, employer, nothing. It is in a steady state. It's in a formless, beautiful state. And the last, it makes us, it channelizes our life in such a way that we become pure instruments. And therefore it enhances all the beautiful qualities of satisfaction, fulfillment, generosity, and so on. Now, just for a few seconds, let us really from our hearts pray, or we can say, if pray word you don't like, then maybe just ask for each one of us to experience these qualities without any effort, just by the desire to be the spirit and to be closer to the spirit. And in this state, we can also listen to Shri Mataji's talk.
You don't do wrong things. You just don't do it. It's not that somebody is telling you or you want to follow it or there is compulsion or you are disciplined. But you just don't like to do wrong things, to say something which is not respectful, which is not helpful, which is not loving. This is the quality of a Sahaja where you become the spirit. Becoming the spirit, you don't have to tell anybody. So obvious, so evident, and one can see that. And the more you go deep into yourself, you find that you are endowed with such greatness within you, such beautiful feelings, such nice things within you, that you overcome the ego of others. I must tell you a story. Once I went to see a saint. So the Sahaja said, Mother, you never go and see these gurus and this and that. So why do you want? I said, you come along with me. So we had to climb a lot. I said, from here you see his vibration. First you see his vibration. Lots of vibrations come. So we went up the hill, climbed up. And this gentleman was supposed to have powers that he could control the rain. And it started raining, and raining very heavy. And I got completely drenched in that rain. When I went up, I saw him sitting on a stone, just shaking his head with anger or I don't know what. So I went into his cave and sat down. So he came back. And he said to me, Mother, why didn't you allow me to stop the rain? Is it to overcome my ego? I said, no, not that. I didn't see your ego anywhere. But the problem is another. You are a sannyasi, you are one who are an ascetic, you bought a sari for me. Now if you bought a sari for me, I can't take from you because you are a sannyasi. So I had to get drenched so that I will have to borrow sari from you. And the whole thing melted away. He became a very different person. So with wisdom, you know how to handle different types of people. You say things by which you melt their ego. Their conditionings also are brought into a kind of a new awakening with it. They see in you that wisdom, that love, that expression of, I should say, your spirit. And that's how so many saints, though they were tortured and troubled by many, but they were definitely very much respected and loved. But those saints in those days, I must say, were definitely very nice and good people. But one thing was there, they were rather strict and disciplining with their disciples. The reason was that they were not realized souls, their disciples. And these gurus thought that unless and until you discipline these people, they'll never rise, they'll never become something great. So they are to be disciplined. And those who were seekers of truth accepted. All right, whatever you say we'll do. Even if you ask us to fast, we'll do. They'll stand on their heads, all right, stand on our head. do what you say, I will be willing to do it. You don't have to worry on that point. And that's how they were very disciplining time. But in Sahaja Yoga, there's no discipline taught. The reason is you are realized source. Your spirit is there and the spirit gives you the light. In that light you see yourself so clearly and you can discipline yourself. I don't have to tell you. You know that so many people have given up drugs overnight. But I never told them, I never even talked about drugs or anything. And how did they do it? Because they had the light. And this is what is you have got today in the light of the Spirit. You become absolutely independent and absolutely free, complete freedom, because you have the light. You cannot do wrong things. Supposing now there is light and there is some sort of a big explosion taking place. I won't run towards the explosion. No, you won't run either because you have got the eyes. So the spirit and its light is the greatest guiding factor.
We can now meditate in complete silence. And during our meditation, let us recall what Shri Mataji mentioned in her talk, and also all the qualities that we all, each one of us, already have in our being. It gets clouded by all the expectations. So let us distance ourselves. Astik, if you can play some music for at least 7 minutes or so. Thank you. Just a reminder, let's take our attention on the top of our head and in our heart. Enrich ourselves with all the qualities that we spoke. We can slowly first connect our attention from our heart to our Sahasrara, to our fontanelle a few times. You can do it with your hand and see, just establish that connection, the reality of our existence. See how, just take your hand a little higher and see how you feel. And then we can slowly raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan. So I actually feel quite a tingling in my little finger. So let us give Bandhan to collectively. So you can put your left hand towards Shrimati's picture, and this is the finger. The little finger is a finger of our heart. And when our attention is, which is the case for everybody, when the attention is in the world, or the problems of the world, or family, or job, health, then our attention shifts from our spirit. So let us give Bandhan, and Bandhan is when we put ourselves into 7 times in the realm of the energy that is surrounding, which is formless, which is the reality. So what we do 7 times, let us do 7 rounds like this, as I'm doing. And with our attention on our head, just top of our head, and we ask in our heart genuinely for everybody's heart to clear, and see whether you feel the coolness. Okay, and now it's 2040. What I would like you to do is we can come on the gallery, And let us, if you wish, you can open your cameras or open your microphone. And what I would like you to, what I would like to share, it's been, for me, it's been, I've been meditating for some time, like many years, but it doesn't really matter. I feel my spirit was most joyous in the beginning, because the Kundalini was just awakened. But what I have understood, what I have feel is the reality is, when we meditate collectively, it gives us a lot of security. It feels very nice. Energy gets awakened. We feel the thoughtlessness. And then we also do it in the evening, depends whether you have that platform. But what is really important is how you are between those two meditation. And that is a time. So during meditation, we are enlightening our spirit. We are awakening our spirit. We are praying to the divine power or to the power that is around us. You call it anything, it doesn't matter. And you awaken your chakras, you clear your chakras, you learn the mantras, you make an effort. But once you have done it in the morning and evening, you have these beautiful hours between morning and evening meditation, or if you are meditating only one time, between those two meditations. And honestly, it is not about that meditation. Of course, we have to reach the thoughtlessness, otherwise, it doesn't work. And it naturally happens because the Kundalini is awakened. But what is really still given to you and I in our human awareness is this pure desire to be the spirit and to really understand what it means in reality, So, it is like spiritual, gathering. Okay, we sit together, meditate, but that is a very, very, very small part. What really changes life, our health, our well-being, is when we reflect all those qualities or more of the qualities that we mentioned. So if you feel amazing meditation, thoughtlessness, cool breeze during meditation, but what about when you're not meditating, when you are working, you're dealing with your children, they're making noise, your husband is annoying you, or there's a family conflict, there's a work conflict, and you then meditate to feel relaxed. But we don't want to be in that cycle of relaxation during meditation, because there's a research on it that that is what has happened to many people. They have taken meditation to relaxation. But here in the Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji mentioned about the spirit, and we are actually at a human level holding each other's hand and really uplifting ourselves and saying how we have to be. Really, if you want to exist on this earth in a calm state, meditation alone is not enough. I hope you agree. And this is why I want to ask you what your thoughts are. Because for me, when I'm going through a conflict, I'm not depending to clear my chakras and going into the deep meditative state. Of course, I'm doing it every day, but I'm seeing how much I am the spirit. And I can see I'm distancing myself, or that conflict distance me from my spirit. And then I can see myself clear, even though I'm relaxed, I'm everything. And it is the desire to come to that state of the spirit. You can watch, you become like a child. The problems still exist, but it doesn't affect you. It's like magical. And that magic, when you start experiencing in your life, it is so beautiful. And that is where we all have to really support each other, talk to each other, ask each other, how is your spirit? How are you doing in the qualities of the spirit? We have like just maybe 2 minutes. If somebody wants to say something or has any question, otherwise then we'll close the session. So these moments are for you. Don't be shy. The spirit is not shy, you know. And don't be conscious. It's all right if you want to share something or if you want to just say something. Kunda, you want to say something? I can see you coming closer to the camera and then maybe trying to unmute yourself. I can't hear you because you're muted. Maybe Astik can unmute. Astik, is it possible to unmute?
No, I was getting closer to the camera because I haven't got my glasses on.
Okay, like me, yeah. If I don't have my glasses, I have to struggle also.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the talk. And yes, it is difficult because when you're meditating, you feel that silence, that calmness, everything. But when you're liaising with people, with family, friends, children, work, colleagues, and when they irritate you or upset you, then you forget all the meditation and everything and you react.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So
that is absolutely, I mean, we are not really that divine power that we can always be in that balanced state. But what I'm saying that there is a instant spontaneous change that Kundalini energy brings, and you must have experienced, and that pulls us to do meditation. But at the same time, if we all individually and collectively have a strong desire to be that spirit which we are, but nobody told us when we were young, in our school, by teachers, elders, we have lived our lives almost, none of us here are a child, we are all adults here. And therefore I say that it's an effort. When you are not meditating, see yourself, where is your attention, possibly put your attention on your top of your head or in your heart. And what worked honestly for me is I say, oh yes, I was like this, that is not the spirit, and I really want to be the spirit. Genuinely I want to be the spirit because it's so beautiful to be the spirit. This is something very new for me. So when you're not like a spirit, you see yourself. Otherwise, in many human beings can't even see. They shout, they get angry, they are mad. But at least if we reach to a state where on a daily basis, we can see, yes, but tomorrow I want to be like a spirit. In this situation, I want to be like a spirit. And with that, I think there's a faster growth, because when I get this thing with my family, for example, the spirit has no identity. I had to take birth somewhere, and therefore I have all the relations. But then at the same time, I also have relations with so many people whom are not my blood relations. So I say I'm a spirit, and then it lightens me, because the identity is really, get difficult. So I would really have a strong desire and prayers in my heart for all of us really to experience that spirit. And every day I would like you to then come on board and share your experience, that yes, of course, a meditation, and then the awareness of the spirit, the desire to be the spirit, and experience beautiful things that come not from us but from the spirit. And it comes and tells us, like sitting next to you and saying, no, Shalini, you don't have to be like,
I'm glad I've come into Sahaja Yoga. I mean, late in life, I'm 75, and I've come late in life into Sahaja Yoga. I mean, up till now, it was just theory and Vedanta and all that. So I know the theory of it, but not the Kundalini Yoga. So, yes.
I'm glad.
And I'm enjoying it, and hope, yes, I should get there one day.
Definitely. We all will get together. I mean, Shri Mataji, I'm so very like full of gratitude for her to come on this earth and teach us so like
Yes.
beautifully, that we have to be all like have motherly qualities, whether we are men or women of
Yeah.
any age. If we can be motherly, and then the spirit will enlighten more and more. Great. So with that, we have passed 5 minutes already. I hope everybody has a mentor, and that everybody has a friend in Sahaja Yoga with whom you can talk. You can ask questions. You can, if we don't, then you can reach out to us on the group, or you can link to the chat. It is also in the KT. Can you also share the link on the chat, Astik? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Astik. And there's a beautiful message from Katya I just read. It was really nice to see how people can now distance themselves. Great. So please reach out to any of us in the group, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday at the same time at 7:45. Have a lovely, lovely evening and rest of your day. Jai Shri Mataji. Bye-bye.